Superpower. Oh, okay, now we're good. Just started recording. Welcome to day 2 of your style superpower. Is today we are teaching midlife restyle. That's what this week is all about. And we're going to dive into your style superpower. If you were not here for the dance party before we started, you are missing out. So if you're watching this on the replay, come join us. Come join us tomorrow. All right. So I was told that I had forgotten to give an intro yesterday. So a little bit about me. My name is Afton Porter. I am the hostess of Style Guide Society podcast, and we have some big changes coming in January. So I can't wait to let you know more about that. But I'm also the founder of Style Guide Society. We are a style and image academy where we help women in midlife elevate how they view themselves and their personal style for next level success. All right. Why does style matter? Why do we even care about our style superpower? I know that I get this quite a bit. Like, does it really matter what we wear? It does. It does. What you wear matters, and you're going to learn why today. Within a few seconds of you meeting someone, you decide right away on whether or not you want to work with them, whether you want to talk to them, be friends with them, date them, all the decisions that you would need to make in regarding another person that you meet, and depending on the circumstances behind it, are decided within 3 seconds before they even have a chance to say a word. If you are someone who is a business owner, an executive, maybe you work for a company where you're wanting to get promoted, maybe you do sales, maybe you're looking for a spouse, whatever it is that you're looking for, maybe you're just looking for connection and friendship, they're going to decide all those decisions within 3 seconds of meeting someone. It's not that you wouldn't have a second chance later, but first impressions is going to matter whether or not they're going to give you that second chance or to continue working with them or meeting with them long enough so that they can make a final decision. And so that's one reason. It's not the main reason, but it's important to point out because the way that humans work, we are looking for ways that we can connect. We're looking for similarities. We're looking for community. And so the decision isn't to be judgmental or to be exclusive, but it's looking for reasons to be inclusive. So I do want to make sure you point that out. Also, I don't know if you watch Selling Sunset. It's kind of, I don't know. It's a group of realtors that are in Beverly Hills area, I think. But it's Orange. Well, there's one in Orange County. Anyway, there's several different of these real estate agents that sell multi-million-dollar homes, and kind of shows what they do and their process, they work. But during the season finale, they have 5 seasons. And then they did this one finale, and it was very interesting as I listened to it. The girls were talking, and there was a debate going on of, some women like to spend the big money on Gucci and name brands because they have the money, they love it, and they want to wear it. And then there is, another real estate agent that was saying, hey, she could pay for all that, but she doesn't want to. She wants to dress more conservative. And there was also difference in style of dress because some of the women are more exposed and, scantily dressed, while others are just more conservative and covered up. And there was a little bit of a discussion about that. One of the things that I thought was very, very interesting is they were saying that, when people are looking for a realtor, when they're looking for someone to work with, they're going to choose someone that they would want to be friends with, someone that resonates with them, someone that they can imagine hanging out with, they can understand and get. And so the two different women, neither is right or wrong, but the two different women are going to be attracting people who want to work with them, right? They're going to be attracting a certain type of woman. And so depending on what your career is or what you're looking for, you'll want to mirror that, what you're looking for, right? Which is it's so interesting if you think about how human behavior works and the psychology of how we dress and how we look. It's super important that whatever business you're in or whatever it is that you do to spend your days, you want to mirror who you're wanting to spend your time with, who you're wanting to work with. Okay, so that's just one thing I wanted to point out. I just thought that was kind of fun. But it matters. It matters what we wear. And your principles, who you are, is exuding out of you. And sometimes those aren't aligned. And we could talk more about that when we're talking about designing our life in style on purpose with intention. That's more is that day 3? Is it tomorrow? Oh, yeah, tomorrow. So we'll get more into that then. But today is more learning why it matters and how we can find our style. Actually, I don't believe in finding your style superpower. You get to decide what your personal style is going to be, but there is a little bit of discovery going on. But I'm going to lead you and guide you in exactly how that looks. And it's not going to take a lifetime. People are looking for their personal style for years, decades, a lifetime, and never find it. Okay. We're going to decide our personal style, and I'm going to give you clear directions today on what to do specifically. And you will have it done in no time. Okay. You could do it in a day. You could do it in an hour. All right. So you have the two different elements. You have what you're portraying out there, how you are exuding yourself out into the world, and how they're receiving that. Right. So there's that one. And then 2, how it is affecting you, your life, and your brain. Have you heard of enclothed cognition? I didn't know this term when I discovered it, when I realized it for myself. I told you a little bit about my story yesterday, where when I started wearing clothes that I loved, that I thought looked best on me, then I showed up differently, right? It helped me live a more exciting life, and I just felt more alive. And when you discover yours and decide yours, this will happen to you as well. I know, like right now, you're just you don't realize it, like I didn't before. I just thought, I was just living my life and I thought everything was fine until I started making these tweaks and saw exponentially change happen that really blew me away. Even with my fashion background, even with my fashion degree, this was not talked about. Did not know this. When I had a word to put with it, it just connected all the dots for me of exactly why it works. And in a way, I can explain it to you. When they did a study, okay, like the white coats that artists wear, painters wear, looks very similar to a doctor's coat, if it's not the same. I don't know. So in this study, they had this white doctor's coat or this white coat, And they were given this white coat to a group of people and told them it was a white painter's coat. And they tested them on some different cognitive tests. Another group of people, they gave them the exact same white doctor's coat, but told them it was a doctor's coat. When they completed those same cognitive tests, they actually scored higher than those that were told it was a white painter's coat. They went on to explain that the white coat had to be physically on their body. It couldn't be in the same room, didn't affect the tests. It couldn't be on a chair next to them. They had to be actually physically wearing the coat in order for the cognitive brain activity to change. Another example of this would be when you see little children wearing costumes. When they put those costumes on, they change. They immediately change into that character, whether it's Wonder Woman or one of my little girls, when they were little, would wear it like Anna. They would immediately turn into those characters. Nobody has to tell them how to behave and act. They instinctively know how to behave when they wear that costume. It's effortless. It's easy. Not only that, it's a lot of fun. Same thing was happening with these adults when they were given these white doctor's coats. They felt like a doctor. They behaved like a doctor. Their brains went into overdrive like a doctor. And this is nothing against artists. I want to make that just super clear. The reason why this worked for the doctor's coat is because there's this overall arching idea that we perceive doctors to be like. We think that they are highly educated, that they know what they're talking about, they're smart. And when we put on the doctor's coat, we become a doctor, or they became a doctor in their brain effortlessly. They didn't have to cram and test or cram and study for this test that they took, even though they scored higher than the artists. Okay, those that were wearing an artist coat, okay? They effortlessly were able to perform at a higher level than the artists. That is what happens to us, not just with the doctor's coat, not just when we dress up for Halloween. You know, kids let that character show out a little bit, but adults do too, right? A little bit, maybe not as much as kids, but when you might remember wearing and putting on a costume, maybe you were in acting or any kind of experience. When you put that on, you turn into that character. And I recently just wrapped up with a local luxury interior design company where I went in and I did some image coaching and overhauled their look of the style of their sales team. And it was awesome to watch. And of course, they had so much fun with it. But when we did our wrap up meeting last week, they were talking about how it changes how they feel at work. Now they feel like they can wear what is expected of them in a way that allows them to also be their own person and show off their own personality. And they were able to blend those together because they had expectations and requirements of what they were supposed to wear at their business, because they are a luxury custom home interior design company, and they work with the top 1% here in Arizona. And they wanted to reflect that, right? They wanted to mirror their customers. They wanted their customers to feel like they could trust them because they could see similarities within one another. Remember, when people are looking to work with you, they're wanting to find a connection with you. They they're trying to be more inclusive, not exclusive, but it's just our natural behavior. And finding that or discovering what that is for you is huge. It's going to help you show up. Now, maybe you don't, work for a high ticket luxury business. Maybe you don't have a big executive job where it's even more. Actually, it's very important, as we were going into, no matter what position you are currently working or whether you're at home with your kids, as my story, what I wear made a huge difference in how I showed up. Now we just have that word in clothed cognition to go with it. When what you wear matters, what you decide to wear on a day-to-day basis is going to change the trajectory of the rest of your life, because I'm making decisions every day. You're making decisions every day based on your current self-image of yourself and how you feel and how your brain is operating. Day after day turns into our week, our months, a year, and our lifetime. So we want to make sure that we show up in the best way that we possibly can. So how do we find our own, or how do we discover our own style superpower? Mine is different than yours. They're very different. People have different life experiences. They have different tastes, different, body shapes, which is also going to affect your style superpower. But the first one that I want to talk about today are the colors that you wear. And I know this is like foundation, so maybe you're past this, but even if you feel like you know your best colors, just listen to this for a moment. The colors that we wear will change our skin tone. They'll change the eye color. It will either add bags under our eyes, or it will make our skins look more radiant and bright and healthy and vibrant. When I put different colors on people, it's amazing. They're always shocked. We don't change the lighting. We don't change anything. But when we'll drape a color on, take a picture, drape another color, their skin can look more dingy. It will look dull. You can see the wrinkles more. You might see more pigmentation as we age. Our skin, starts showing some pigment, which I actually like. My mom hates hers. I'm like, I like it. Just give some color to my face, but the colors that you wear are affecting all of this. And depending on your dominant color characteristics, which is your hair, your skin tone, and your eye color, are going to determine which are your best colors. At least those are the main things that I look at and that I've been trained in. So those are the kind of the variations. You could look pale and look sickly, or you can look healthy and vibrant. This is what I'm going to recommend. And even if you think you know what your best colors are, you can go through this process. Doesn't take very long, but you can go through the colors that are currently in your closet. What you're going to find is there's probably some clothes in there that you don't wear that much. If it's not the cut or style of the clothes, it is most certainly the color. The color is probably the number one reason that we don't wear something, because if we bought it, we thought it looked cute on, at least in the store, if we had that opportunity to try it on, but when we get home, it doesn't look the same. So the color is the first thing that I always look for when I'm shopping for someone or for myself. I first look over the store for color, because if the color is not right, the whole outfit's not going to work. It's not going to be right. Color is super important. So you're going to put on a color that looks good on you. And you're going to look at your eyes and your hair and your skin, and just kind of look underneath your eyes. Look at, as we age, like, at least for me, this is where, I might see some lines, and this will show up because it's really close to the hair here. And just kind of check out your skin and look at what you look like with and without makeup on for best results. And take that off. In fact, you could even take a picture, because sometimes we don't realize and see it. Just like I said with my clients, when they saw it in a picture, it was amazing. But even if you're looking in a mirror, taking a picture of that color with you wearing it, and then go grab another color from your closet, put it on, or you could drape it over you if you don't want to take it on and off. But look at your skin, look at your eyes. And if it looks just as good as the color, your favorite color that you like to wear, then that is a keeper. Take a screenshot with your phone and start a file on your phone with that color. You now have a digital color swatch that you can use whenever you go shopping. Okay. And then just continue that process with the rest of the clothes in your closet. If one of those colors you put on and it's a no, then that's a donate, giveaway. I don't recommend that you wear it, because you're missing out on that enclosed cognition that we talked about. Your brain will work better effortlessly. You'll work at your highest level, and you will intuitively feel happier when you're wearing clothes that looks good on you. And honestly, life is too short to wear clothes that don't do that for you. Okay. So that's what I would recommend. Donate, give away. If it's something that you absolutely love, we could probably work through that. But just know that when you do wear it, once you see, oh, that gives me dark circles under my eyes, or my eyes aren't so bright, or I just don't feel as beautiful and confident in this, it's just not worth it. Okay. Go through your closet, take all your screenshot each color, as I pick up my phone, screenshot each color that you love and that looks great. There might be some colors that look good on you that you actually don't love. There's some of that because you have personal preferences, and that's okay too. You don't have to wear it or keep it, but there's so many colors for you that look great on you, that is going to help people see you. How do I know if you're wearing the wrong color? My eyes go down to your shirt, your dress, or whatever it is. If you're wearing the right color, my eyes will go straight to your face. And that is my goal, is to bring everyone's attention to you. It's going to help bring out your beauty. It's going to help bring out your essence, your personality, your confidence, all those things. But when you're wearing the wrong color, it's not cohesive, and your eye is going to go down. So that's how I know. I was at a 3-day live event for life coaches here in Phoenix with my life coach, and she wore this beautiful dress. I absolutely loved it. And it wasn't totally wrong for her, but it was really hard for me to listen to her because my eyes kept going to the colors in her dress unintentionally. It wasn't like I was doing it on purpose, but I was looking at her and my eyes would drop to the color in her dress, and I'd have to look back up, and it was so distracting. I love her to pieces, but I was so distracted by her dress because the colors in the dress did not complement what was naturally going on in her body already. And that's what we're wanting to do. We want to naturally mimic what's already going on. Color is important. Okay. And that's going to ignite your enclosed cognition. And that's what we're shooting for. Okay. That's what we're shooting for. So you now, once you go through your closet, you'll have all of those amazing colors that you can, that you are going to, from this point forward, you're no longer going to buy any clothes that are not on that list, unless you're doing the same process where you go shop. Well, okay, honestly, like store lights are terrible. They're bad. So what you'll want to do is take that short, your whatever it is, go to one of the big windows at the store, so you have the natural lighting on your face, and then do the same process that way. So you take a picture, you want to get away from the artificial lighting, because that's going to affect, you might have a good color, but it's going to look terrible in there. So when you go up to the natural lighting, test it. You could do that before you even try it on and save yourself some time. But, and then maybe you find a color that you love at the store, but when you actually try on the outfit, there's something else with the outfit that you don't like. Take your phone, you guessed it, screenshot it, add it to your file on your phone with the rest of your colors. And you've added another color, and you can find that color in something else. Okay. All right. So that's one way to find your style superpower. The second way I want to share with you today is to think of an outfit that you would wear if you were going to go to lunch with a friend that you haven't seen in 30 years. Okay. Really good friend that you just haven't been in the same place at the same time. And you want to wear something that you're going to feel great in, you're going to look good in, so that you can not have to think about, okay, let me just share this. I didn't share this earlier. When you wear something, like, so we talked about wearing something and how it's going to ignite that enclothed cognition that helps you do more effortlessly. When you wear something that you don't feel good in, it does the exact opposite. I don't have a word for it. I guess I can make one up. We could call it enclothed dissonance or something like that, where you put something on, now it's taking up your mind, like, oh gosh, is my stomach sticking out? Do I need to, is my bra strap showing? Ugh, these pants are too tight. And your brain is distracted with thinking about all those things. You know what I mean? You have something that doesn't fit quite right, and you just don't feel comfortable. Guess what? That's holding you back. That's taking up brain space where you could be doing something even more impactful and powerful. Hey, I'm all about image, style, all the things. So important, right? I just went into why it's so important. But I know that the impact and the work that you have in the world is even more powerful. But in order to show up as your best self, you'll have to address this first. So wearing clothes that you don't feel good in is going to distract you, hold you back, keep you from showing up as powerful as you possibly can, and to make your impact. So if you're going to lunch with a friend that you have not seen in 30 years, what would you wear? You're going to wear something that you feel fabulous in. Okay. That is how I want you to feel as best as possible in the morning when you're getting dressed. I never want my clients going into their closet and saying, what do I feel like wearing today? I do not want my clients asking that question. My clients ask, how do I want to feel today? We are being intentional with our clothes. So when you have an outfit that helps you feel fabulous, and now I'm talking about a whole outfit, not just the colors, right? then that's going to ignite that enclosed cognition as well. You're going to feel fabulous. So I want you to take a picture of the outfits that you wear in the morning that help you feel that way. And guess what? You're going to create another file on your phone, because we don't want to have to come up and recreate these outfits all the time or forget them. And they're like, oh yeah, I really like this outfit. If you have a carousel of photos of outfits that you love to wear, that's going to help you show up powerfully. Okay. So I just want you to pay attention to how you feel. So the next 24 hours, your homework is to pay attention to how you feel in the clothes that you wear. The days where it might be rainy and cold outside and you want to snuggle up with some hot cocoa and a book, go to your closet. How do you want to feel? Grab your cozy and comfy, pants or sweats or loungewear, or whatever it is that you want to wear that's going to help you feel cozy and relaxed, right? But the days that you are like, I need to get stuff done today. I got stuff to do. I want to show up powerful today. I don't want to be relaxed and cozy today. That's the opposite of how I want to feel. You're going to put on an outfit that helps you feel that way effortlessly. You're not having to do you know how hard it is to try to work from home in a pair of sweats, and then you got a client call that you need to show up as your best self? Doesn't work. I mean, they tried it a little bit, like business on top, party on the bottom, but it doesn't really work. You might be putting the image out there, but it's not coming through you that way. It's really hard to do that, but it's so much easier when you've got it all together and you're not having to think about it too much. You got your outfits, you know what looks good. So I'm not asking you to go through all your clothes to put some outfits together, but what I'm saying your homework is, pay attention to how you feel and what you're wearing today. And if what you're wearing today feels really good, then take a picture of it and start your outfits. And if today you're like, you know what, I'm not really loving this outfit, then what could you change that's already in your closet that you can add to it that would help you feel that way? And start there. I had a thought come to my mind. Does anybody have any questions? I'll make sure I throw it out now. If you have any questions or want to come live, pop them in the Q&A box or raise your hand. Be happy to answer your questions. But what you wear matters. It is affecting how you show up every single day. Knowing your colors and what types of clothes to wear to create the mood that you want to have that day is key. Your brain will operate at its highest level and will work for you. You just don't want to give it any reason to work against you. Tomorrow, we are going to dive in on how you can design your life and style on purpose. So be here live tomorrow. Bring any questions that you might have or email me at teamstyleguidesociety.com. On the replay page, there is a link. Everybody who registered for this event can have one free style breakthrough call with me. So be sure to check that out. It's on the bottom of the replay page where you can schedule that. So keep that in mind. And then day 4 is confidence for next level of success. And we'll wrap up the workshop on Thursday. All right. And then I did have someone asking about the programs that I have, and I will talk about that on Thursday. I'm not going to talk about that before Thursday. So, all right. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for showing up, for being here. and saying yes to yourself and helping you show up with more impact every day. All right. Bye-bye.